Yo, it's another beautiful day to learn something new. Now, it's been a while since the last time I did a video. I'd taken a break. Initially, I was take a very small break that what wange notice, but then a lot of things happened. A lot of good things have happened. A lot of bad things have happened. So I thought let me just do a comeback video and maybe talk about what I've been through, what I've learned, and the new direction that I'm about to take. What's in store. So most of the time nasemanga it's a beautiful day to learn something new. I don't know what you're going to learn in this video because it will be just me opening up, speaking up my mind. Lakini kama ni mtu unapenda udaku ama kujua stories za watu you can listen to me as because nataka kuongea hiyo kitu nitoke. I have a lot on my mind and I just want to get vulnerable kidogo, and probably the greatest takeaway for this video is the power of vulnerability, and also to see that even the best of us, us who sometimes maybe you might think we know a lot or we know everything, or maybe atunanga mashida, so that you can also see the human aspect of us and also understand that in as much as we know what we know, or in as much as I know what I know, life still takes you through different experiences that teach you different things. Okay. So when I first took a break, mimi nilikuwa naenda kurelax kidogo. Content can be very draining, especially when you're doing almost everything. When una create content, when una edit content yako, when unafanya research, watu wakikuja, because like the kind of content that I do, I get a lot of inboxes. Kuna mwingine tu ya amekuja tu kukuoffloadia mashida zake. Mwingine anataka akona entitlement ingine ana feel just because they watched your video or they follow you on TikTok or on YouTube, now they own you. There are others who understand what you're doing, and they know your time is valuable. They'll pay you for your time. But all these people have one thing in common. They're coming to bring their problems to you. Some you're able to solve, some I'm not able to solve. Na kuna wengine, if you don't help them the way they wanted to be helped, wanaanza kukasirikia. There are people who are that entitled. And then as I was taking my break, I did a lot of research, lots of studies, went through your comments. Naangalia, how have you guys been commenting? What kind of topics are you expecting? How do you experience my content? So it's a lot that was going on. And I picked up a few lessons from you. And then I decided, now let me come back. By this time, it was maybe end of March coming to April. And I was like, I will start on April 1. And that time I was only working with my students, guys who are working on private sessions, private, one-on-one sessions. It's what I was working on. And then come April, when I'm preparing to come back, the darkest moment of my life happens. April 1st, my daughter passes on, and that was the darkest day of my life. April has been a bad. April 2025 was the darkest month in my life, man. A lot of things happened. From the time she passed on, to the burial, to trying to cope, coming back to life. It's been a tough experience, And one thing I came to learn about life is that death is painful. And the most painful thing about death is the finality in which it happens. 1 minute you're holding somebody with a lot of love, with a lot of care, mnaongea hata, and then the next moment that person is cold. Hata mwezi ongea, hata wezi mtoa hapo nje mnunulie sweetie. One moment unamfunika mpaka na kablanketi sisikie baridi. The next moment anaekwa kwa fridge. The next moment you see them, they're so cold because ametolewa kwa fridge. Ukimguza, it's like a giant ice cube. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no amount of money that you can pay to bring this person back. There's no amount of prayer. There's no amount of screaming. Like, it's done. That's how final death is. And now you have to start making plans, burial plans, send-off plans. And I don't want to be sangapi. You still need people. You know, it's a community thing now. You have to interact with a lot of people. You have to now get exposed to different ways that people are mourning. Some your experience is reminding them of another experience. So kuna mtu anakuja kumon na wewe, lakini ye kuna kitu ingine yenye inafanya anaumwa zaidi. Like as much as it's one tragedy that has brought you together, kila mtu anakuja experience kivyake, the way people are talking to you, the way people are seeing things, the way you're seeing things, you know. Alafu kitambo, before this experience, I've been in situations where you know so and so has passed. Maybe a friend of yours has lost the mom, the dad, kama hiyo. So all you do is you send some money because, you know, in Africa we do death and burial is a communal thing. So una play your part. Unamtumia kakitu, unamtumia ka message, unamwambia pole sana. And then maybe unaenda mazishi and that's the best you can do. After hapo unampigia mara moja mbili, unasikia kama ako sawa. So now this time round, you're in the middle of the planning. So you get exposed to all the aspects of the planning process. You get to meet so many people. You're mourning. And some of the people you're interacting with are in business. They're making coffins, they're selling food, they're doing transport, they're selling flowers, you know, so many things that you need. And you come to realize that what is a tragedy to you is a profit to someone else. And you get to see the diversity of life. You know, you get to understand what it means that there's a time and season for everything. When it's a season for mourning in your end, on the other side, there's somebody else who's celebrating because business is booming. Also people coming together. Like there's so much that I was learning, especially for someone like me who is very much interested in matters of spirituality, death, life, interconnectedness of things. For me, it was a huge learning experience. And looking back, I think that situation has changed so much in me. The way I used to look at things and the way I'm looking at things right now is very different. And as sad as it was, I think I'm taking it as a learning lesson. As a lesson, sorry. And I'm also taking it as an opportunity to wake up and start afresh. Because nikiangalia comments from my videos, I've been talking a lot about nyota. And as much as it's a topic I like talking about, it's one topic that I feel, and I've always felt like it's a bit shallow, or the way I approach it is a bit shallow. And the reason why I approach it is because probably the target audience for that kind of content, and I got drawn to it when I saw, like when I got into this type of content, it was the hottest thing. Na nilikuwa najaribu sana kualign na whatever other people say about nyota. So even if sometimes I try to explain it differently, a lot of people, every time I try to explain it differently, people who are used to the normal nyota content, they wouldn't get it. Because definition yangu ya nyota na definition iko huku nje ya nyota, they are two different things. But now kuna watu wengine walikuwa wanakuja wanakuambia, hizi stories za nyota nimezisikia sana. But vile wewe unaiongea na vile nimeisikia, wewe kuna kautofauti fulani uko nako. There is a way you understand, you seem to understand this topic from a deeper perspective, but kuna vile unajilimit. Ni kama kuna mahali, kuna ka level utaki kupita, which is true. And looking at things where I'm looking at them right now, I think there's sometimes I did content trying to please people, or trying to fit in, or trying to fit in a certain narrative. I didn't want to sound different probably. And sometimes nilikuwa napiga video pia mimi nasikia I've not given it my all. I held back a lot, and there is a different way I would have wanted to explain something, but kuna ile unaangalia pia views, unaangalia maybe clients, unaangalia vitu zingine. So unafosiwa sometimes kufanya kitu hata wewe mwenyewe unasikia hujaridhika. And at this point now I believe that life is short and the best you can do is to live it on your own terms. Haina haja ujaribu kufanya vitu kufurahisha watu. Haina haja ujaribu kufanya vitu to try and fit in a certain narrative or in a certain space. You do things your way, and even if you're the only one doing it that way, you give it your best. Kuna vile unaweza fanya kitu vizuri mpaka watu wengine waanze kukufuata and now you become a trendsetter. The way I understand spirituality is a very deep subject. And I have a lot of knowledge I believe that I can share. But nikijilimit ati lazima tuonge nyota in terms of kurudishia watu nyota, sometimes inani limit. Especially sometimes kuna vitu zingine watu wanasema ati ni nyota zao zimeibiwa. You look at that somebody and you're like, wewe kuna nyota yako imeibiwa. You don't even understand what nyota is. Wewe ni vitu tu zimehappen tu kwa life yako na you don't want to put in the work. So you're blaming things that you do not even understand. So you're expecting somebody to create a miracle when what you're supposed to be doing is work. You're caught up in patterns. You're caught up in your thinking. You're caught up in so many things. Like hata umwagiliwe mafuta drum moja, upewe anointing oil mtungi mzima, it will not fix your problems. But sometimes you're not able to tell people that because by the time unajaribu kumexplainia kumtoa penye yako na penye anafaa kufika so that they can understand from the perspective that you're teaching them, it will take too much work. So sometimes you end up oversimplifying the message and unapata hata mtu mwenyewe hujamsaidia, wewe mwenyewe hujajisaidia, like your content imekuwa tu, it was just a waste of time. And I was afraid to go deep because I felt like maybe kuna watu hataelewa, but at this point I'm just doing me. I don't care whether my video will get 2 views. I don't care whether I'll make money from this platform. Before I started doing spiritual content, I was a digital marketer. That is my background. My background is in digital marketing. It's a field I've been in for a very long time. I think around 2014, 2015. Before hata watu waanze kufanya video content, hiyo time watu walikuwa wanafanya blogging. I used to manage blogs for people, social media for people. And it's still something that I do on the side. So kama ni pesa nataka, I know I can make money from there. So this platform, I just want it to be a platform where I'll be sharing spiritual knowledge. I have noticed a lot of people are stuck. I've noticed a lot of people are struggling. And for the last couple of months, couple of weeks from the time nilipatikana na msiba, and for some weird reason, people have been opening up to me, telling me their problems, because now they feel that now that I'm in pain, maybe I can understand their pain. And I can tell so many people are stuck in pain. And I've been doing a lot of research on pain, loss, grief, chaos. And going forward, that is the direction that I want to take. I want to be somebody who will help other people heal. The same way that I'm looking for healing, the same way that I'm looking for understanding. Now that I know how it feels, I believe I can share now what I know with other people. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're suffering from. I don't know what you've lost. I don't know who you've lost. I don't know what's causing you pain. I don't know what you're grieving. I don't know what is creating chaos in your life. I don't know what kind of losses you're dealing with in your life. Could be family, could be career, could be your job, could be like you just don't understand your purpose. Whatever it is, nimekam kulan, kila mtu pain yake anaonanga ndio the biggest pain. Mtu mwenye amefungiwa nyumba na mwenye amelose mtu wao, hao watu wawili, as much as the pains are different, these people feel pain the same. Mtu mwenye amefungiwa nyumba, ile pain ako nayo kiimagine anaenda kulala nje, na ile pain uko nayo juu umelose maybe mama yako, mtoto wako, hiyo pain ni the same. Na ule mtu shida yake anaona ikiwa kubwa kuliko shida yako. So I've come to realize that pain is pain. Kila mtu ana experience pain kivyake, na kila mtu anafikiria pain yake is the greatest. So it's one of the things that I'll be talking about. So I'm getting more into healing and transformation, spiritual healing and transformation. Na as much as watu wanataka tu shindo ukiongelea nyota, some of these things you people say ni nyota umepoteza, they are just things that if you looked at them differently you would realize how much you have, because most of the times watu wakuja kukwambia nyota is ati nyota imepotea is after they've lost something. You've gone through a loss, you are either in pain, you're grieving, you're in grief, you're frustrated, and instead of just me focusing ati kurudishia mtu nyota, maybe if I talk about loss from a broader perspective, if I talk about grief from a broader perspective, if I talk about chaos from a broader perspective, nitaweza kusaidia watu wengi kuliko hata ile tu time najaribu kufit a certain narrative. I want to be vulnerable. I want to come here and just hold my mic and just speak. Nimekuwa nikijifunga sana, and actually one of the reasons why nilikuwa nashindwa kufanya content is naka a whole week nikijaribu kutafuta topic, ati hiyo topic nitaiwekaje ndio ivutie watu, you know, unaenda up kukaa 2-3 weeks hujaifanya video cause ujuta utaframe hiyo video aje, hiyo thumbnail itakaa aje, you know, una sound aje, watu wataku understand aje. Like I used to worry about some very stupid things. So today I wanted to do this video. Haina structure, I'm just talking. I had no plan sitting here. I didn't know what I'm going to talk about. I didn't even know nitaongea hizi dakika zote. I just wanted to do this video as a marker. Like from the day I do this video going forward, it will be different. I will create content that has impact. I don't care whether itawatchwa na watu wawili ama mimi peke yangu tu ndo nitakuwa nikiwatch video zangu. I don't care how long the videos will be. I am not doing it for anyone else now. I am doing for that somebody in pain, somebody who is grieving, somebody who has lost something or somebody who is stuck in a situation where they think like ataishi hapo milele. Those are the people I want to talk about. And I've come to realize that all our problems, hata zile vitu zinasema tufanye ati nyota zimeibiwa, come from these situations. Kuna mtu ni lost, biashara yake imefungwa. They've lost their business. Now they think nyota yao imezimwa. They don't see that, they don't, instead of trying to understand that loss, anaanza kutafuta juu nyota, anaenda anaombewa, nothing changes. Anaenda anapewa mafuta na asijua pake milango ya biashara yake, nothing changes. Because the reason that business collapsed, there are so many other reasons behind it. There are patterns behind it. There are so many things behind that. So maybe if I'm able to explain to you how such things happen, the spirituality behind it, you can be able now to be empowered enough to fix some of these problems on your own bila kukimbilia watu in the name ya kurudishwa nyota. I want to use this video as my starting point. Hivyo venye nimeongea sahi ndio nitakuwa naongea. Whether my videos will be boring, I don't care. Whether zitawatchwa na watu, I don't care. I have other ways to make money. I have other ways to I have other channels that I'm running zenye zinapata views mingi hata kuliko hii. So this one I just want it to be a healing and transformation channel. I want the conversations to be authentic. Sitaki kufeel ati kuna mtu na target. Nataka mtu tu mmoja. Every video nitakuwa tu nafanya tu mtu mmoja tu mwenye ako situation fulani. Kwa mtu tu mmoja akiwatch video niko sawa. Ikimtouch imsaidie niko sawa. I'm not doing this to be famous. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this to get views. I am just doing this to help somebody who has been in pain, who is in loss, who is frustrated, who is feeling stuck. Because now I understand it from a very different perspective. Sijui kama umewatch hii video mpaka hapa. Kama umewatch, nashukuru sana. Kama hujawatch mpaka hapa, it's okay. I just wanted to open my mind kidogo, nifungue roho, and I put this video online as a reminder of where this new phase or this new journey has started. Kama umezoea kuona video zangu, you can tell I don't usually wear like this. Leo nimevaa mpaka hata hapa hivi I'm wearing, sijui kama utaiona, I'm wearing my pajamas here. I just wanted to come here and talk. I didn't have anything to talk about, but I've talked for like 20 minutes. So whether it was a good video to you or not, This is the new me. This is the new normal, and this is a new format of videos. Me just sitting here saying what's on my mind, whether it's boring, whether it's interesting, I don't care. I'll be using this platform for healing. Healing for myself and for someone else who can relate with what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.